Aldridge, the owner of Canterbury Village, where they have some Halloween festivities going on this week as well. Keith, thanks for being back with us.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me again.
So you got a couple of things coming up there. You got the Halloween Stroll, and then you have Fright Village. Let's start with Fright Village. This is 4 different haunted attractions, all in one. It's an entire it's an entire own separate event, but it's got different attractions in it. Tell us a little bit about Fright Village and what people can expect when they venture through this very frightening stroll.
So for all those that know Canterbury Village, the building at the north end of the property is a giant castle. So we converted our castle into 3 different inside haunts, and then in the back of our property, we have our 4th outdoor haunt. All 4 attractions are really well done, and we're getting very good reviews online, and it's a good date night because we have bonfire pits out on the Sea Pub patio. We have a Fright a bar, kind of an adult bar up in the front for dancing and disco. So it's been a lot of fun. The project's going well, and we're getting very well known now, and it's picking up. So we're happy.
So you have 4 different attractions, and there's pricing for different variations if people want to go to one of the haunts, 2, 3, or all 4 of them. Are there different levels? Are there certain differences to each one of the haunts in terms of the level of scariness, the level of interaction, and so on?
Well, it's very actor based, so they're all have a lot of interaction, all 4 of them. Our asylum is probably the scariest, just because it's the asylum, and then our doll factory is probably the 2nd scariest. If you look at the reviews online, that's kind of how they go in order. And then the outside one, and then the manor, it kind of explains what happened in Canterbury Village or in the village, and gives a kind of the backstory to the whole program.
So what kind of preparation goes into Fright Village? Because there's 4 different haunts, it is as you said, heavily actor involved. How long has this been in preparation and these actors been in rehearsal for this particular attraction?
Well, it's been in my mind for a couple years now, and obviously getting shut down in the banquet business, it kind of sped up my process to convert our banquet facility / castle into a haunted house. And we have some great team members that put it all together. The build out was quite extensive. Thank God my team did a great job on it. Between the building and the fire guys in Lake Orion, getting everything approved, it was a very, very quick process, and I have to tip my cap to them. They did a nice job for us.
We're joined by Keith Aldridge. He is the owner of Canterbury Village, located out there in Orion Township, with us on the MegaCast, talking about Fright Village and the Halloween Stroll, two different attractions out there at Canterbury Village running this Halloween season and this week of Halloween. So now we talked about the Fright Village. Tell us a little bit about the Halloween Stroll. Any similarities to Fright Village, or is this a different attraction that may attract different people?
Completely different. So obviously at Canterbury Village, we've gotten very well known for our family events. So Canterbury's kind of home of the dog leashes and the strollers. That's kind of our motto. So our Halloween stroll, presented by Metro Detroit Chevy dealers, is a great family event. Obviously very actor driven, beautiful lights and beautiful displays. And we started it really in 2019 on a small scale. 2020, we really stepped it up, and this year we even added more attractions. So it's really up there with, the Henry Ford and the Detroit Zoo. We're in that level of Halloween activities. So the team has done, as I said, the team has done a wonderful job.
We're joined by Keith Aldridge, owner of Canterbury Village in Orion Township, joining us on the MegaCast. In terms of both of these different events, for the Fright Village, what are the hours for this event? Is it going on throughout the week, or are there certain days that people can go and experience this?
Yep, so Fright Village has 2 more days left on the calendar, this Friday and Saturday. We open the haunted house at 8 p.m., and it goes till really whenever the last person leaves. Basically about midnight, we're really shut down. So, but you never know, it might go a little longer this weekend. Obviously, it is the scariest week of the year. And then our Metro Detroit Chevy dealer Halloween Stroll goes from, actually we only have 2 more days for that too, on Friday and Saturday. And we start Friday at 6 p.m. and Saturday we'll start at 4 p.m.
And what about the hours for the Fright Club? Not to be confused with Fight Club, otherwise we wouldn't be talking about it. The Fright Club is for guests 21 and older. What are going to be the hours for that this week?
We open up at 8 p.m. and usually the club shuts down around 1 a.m.
We're joined by Keith Aldridge. He is the owner of Canterbury Village with us on the MegaCast. They have 2 big events there this week for the Halloween week. They have Fright Village, and then they also have their Halloween Stroll as they finish up the Halloween season over there. Always something interesting going on over at Canterbury Village. Now, in terms of the prices for these events, particularly Fright Village, there are different levels. People can go and see one of the different haunts or different attractions of the 4 in Fright Village, or they can go and see up to all 4 of them. What are the pricing levels if people are interested in just a couple of those experiences, or if they want to run the full gamut?
Well, if you go just per haunt, it's $15. But obviously, when you buy more than one, there's price discounts online. All that's there. And then obviously this weekend is going to be very, very busy. So we do have a VIP line like a lot of the other haunt attractions in Metro Detroit do. So you don't have to wait in the general admission line. That's obviously an added price as well. Just so I don't make any mistakes, all the pricing is on frightvillage.com or Facebook. So it's better to look right online just to get all the information.
We're joined by Keith Aldridge, owner of Canterbury Village, located out there in Orion Township. They have 2 big events this week. Fright Village with 4 different haunted attractions within itself, and then their Halloween Stroll as well. And what's great about the Halloween Stroll is that they're also this event also is going to be helping some charitable initiatives in our community as well. So when people experience this fun Halloween event, it's also going toward some good causes as well. Care to tell us a little bit about what some of those charitable initiatives are that are being supported in part by this event?
Well, correct. We had 2 different charity components with our Metro Detroit Chevy dealers Halloween Stroll. One, we opened a new food bank pantry on our campus along with Woodside Bible Church. So this food drive is all about cereal. There's a real need for cereal in our community. Obviously, canned goods we have plenty of, which is great. I tip my cap to all the Orion and all of our customers who've been donating. So thank you very much. But this time we're doing the cereal drive with Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. It's gone very well, so we're very appreciative. And then with all of our strolls that we do at Canterbury Village, we team up with a charity partner. And this one was Jay Towers for Halloween. And we raised a little over $10,000 for Jay's Juniors. And those are, terminally ill kids that he takes down to Disneyland for a great trip. Jay does some great work in the Metro Detroit community. And we're just happy to be a partner of his, helping raise awareness and funds for his great organization.
We're joined by Keith Aldridge. He is the owner of Canterbury Village, located out there in Orion Township. Learn more about all of their programs and everything else going on over there, as well as some of their charitable contributions, by going to CanterburyVillage.com. And if you want to learn more about all the events happening at Canterbury Village, both for this Halloween season, but also throughout the rest of the fall and into the winter, you can visit their website, CanterburyVillageEvents.com. So, Keith, beyond the Halloween season, what are some other interesting events that are coming up in the next couple of months, in November especially, as we head out of October at the end of this weekend? What can people be looking forward coming up to in the next few weeks, next couple of months over at Canterbury Village?
Well, as you said, as Halloween winds down here the last week, and then we get into holiday shopping, obviously Canterbury Village is built on, local store owners. So come on out, support our local shop owners. Obviously, Amazon is big enough, so help out our local guys. We really would appreciate that. So we have our Canterbury outdoor markets and indoor markets during November. And then we have our tree lighting on November 20th, which is a great event. And, last year our 45-foot tree was really a showstopper for people. And this year we have some additions to it. We're actually going to make it a smart tree so the lights aren't stagnant. The tree will actually be dancing and doing all kinds of cool things. So we just invested in that. So I'm actually really looking forward to how the tree looks this year. Right now we have skeletons on it, which is pretty creepy and cool. And then obviously we go into our Metro Detroit Chevy dealer holiday stroll, which is a great event. We make the village very interactive with actors and lights, and we do some really cool stuff. I have some really cool attractions this year. We actually just got our 40-foot giant blow-up Santa in last week, and that's going to be a really cool attraction for the little guys.
We're joined by Keith Aldridge, owner of Canterbury Village, located out there in Orion Township. You can learn more information about everything they have going on as well as their events by going to their website at canterburyvillage.com. Keith, just another couple minutes with you today before we'll say goodbye. Anything else that would be important or interesting for people to know about either the Village Stroll or the Halloween Stroll or Fright Village, or anything else coming up over at Canterbury Village?
Well, the one thing about Fright Village and the Haunted Castle is it's just not one long 45-minute or an hour haunt where it can kind of get redundant and blah, blah, blah. We have 4 shorter haunts. We have the Sea Pub Bar that has bonfire pits going out. As you said, we have the Fright Club up front, which is the 21 and over club. So it's just not a haunted house. It's more of a date night, for kids and young adults. And we're really proud of what we built there. And like this last Friday and Saturday, obviously the crowds were fantastic. As I said, you had the bonfire pits out there, great music, and it was really, really neat to see. So we're more than just a haunted house. It's more of a date night experience for people. And then our Halloween stroll sponsored by Metro Detroit Chevy dealers is really a great experience for the little guys. And I love when I'm sitting there on the patio watching the little guys dance to the music. It's pretty cool stuff. So me and my wife are very fortunate. We have 3 beautiful children, so family's a big part to us, or a big deal to us. And I love watching the little guys out there dancing and having a good time.
You can learn more information about both of Canterbury Village's events, Fright Village and the Halloween Stroll, by going to either of their events' individual pages. Those are frightvillage.com, frightvillage.com, as well as halloweenstroll.com, or go to canterburyvillage.com to learn more as well. Keith, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on again.